Welcome aboard. This is the 607 podcast. I'm your co-host David.
I'm Steven.
It's our first attempt at this, so we're just gonna sort of come from the hip. You know what I mean? It's gonna be whatever. That's how we're gonna do. Steven did a fantastic job setting this whole thing up. Absolutely.
Hey, thanks.
Place looks great. We're gonna be talking about local events, international news story, pretty much anything that catches our eye. You know what I mean? Jenny 30 packs are on sale at Sam's Club for $9.99.
You can't beat that. I mean, after you buy the membership one time, you know, you're entitled to so many things. One of them being that deal on that Jenny. I mean, I can't find a better spot to get Jenny in town.
For real, man.
I've seen them all.
But we have a bunch of topics to get to, and the first being, by the way, is that it? You got a male or a female cat?
It's a female.
Oh.
I think she's a calico.
Yeah, she got 3 different colors.
Yeah.
She fixed?
Maisie, she's fixed, yep.
How long ago you got it fixed?
She was fixed, I think, when she was maybe 6 months old or a year or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's a few years old now. She's pushing 4, I believe.
Yeah, I read an article that if you don't fix a female cat, if you just let her fucking roam and do whatever she wants, her and her offspring in 7 years, PETA says this, 370,000 children.
Wow, that's fucking exponential.
Because it is exponential.
Yeah.
It's like fucking fractal. It just goes and goes and goes. You know, it's just ridiculous because they have no concept. I just got my cat fixed. Houdini O'Neill.
Houdini, I saw that. Houdini O'Neill. How old's Houdini?
He's 2 years old, which is equivalent. He's like 26 years old in real life.
I mean, how many thousand kids do you think he has by now?
Shit.
You run the streets or you keep him inside?
I got him fixed. Ready for this one? I got him fixed because they have no concept. They don't have to go to dinner. They don't have to go tranquil.
No, right.
They just go. They don't give a fuck. If I let him go, he's gonna be like fucking Genghis Khan.
Right.
He'll have generations of offspring with, you know, extra fingers and.
Oh yeah, running the street, running all kinds of streets in Binghamton.
It's inhumane.
No, it is.
Because it's more suffering.
So much suffering.
So it's a lot of suffering. I care about the animals a lot. I'm an animal guy, to tell you the truth.
You know, we got a lot in common. For a couple guys who are just getting together to do a podcast.
Yeah,
I mean,
we just kind of met.
About our friendship here.
We just kind of met, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really know each other that well. Last night was pretty much the first night we ever hung out.
Yeah.
We went to a singles mixer. It was a disaster.
Ooh, the mixer. Ooh, yeah.
It was absolutely terrible.
I mean, they didn't even feel right charging us. You know, they didn't even talk about money.
No, there was no type of.
You know, we were all like, oh, we don't want to drop 10 bones on this. You know, what if it sucks? And in fact, it sucked so bad that they were like too embarrassed to even ask for it.
Yeah.
You know?
They were too embarrassed to have anyone collecting money.
You know what was the best part about the singles mixer?
What's that?
That dude, Tendon Bar. He was a good guy.
Cool as hell.
I liked him. He was nice.
Yeah, he was cool as hell.
He didn't belong there. He belonged somewhere.
A little bit more
active.
Classier.
Yeah. Yep.
I could see him in Manhattan or something.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I have mad respect for like old time bartenders. The bartenders that can, when they pour a beer, they can make the foam into a shamrock or a heart. You ever see that shit?
Oh yeah, the Guinness.
Yeah, like real, like legit fucking legends. They're not just weekend people.
No.
You know, fucking around. But
Right.
this singles mixer, there was a total of one single girl there.
One.
Tanya from the morning
The
Zoom
radio.
show.
What's she on?
Wild
What
104.
station? Yep.
Yeah, hilarious Tanya and her thing on the news or the 411 or whatever she does. She was there, couldn't have left faster.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't have.
And I think she was a hired gun. She was like part of the cell.
She was there
you know,
to
she's like, hey, you know, you
part
wanna...
of the cell.
Yep.
We told her we were there with the media.
Yeah. You know,
we
we were media covered last night. Every event we went to.
We went to a wrestling show.
We went to the wrestling show.
We told them
media.
that we were part of media. But you know what? That was pretty good.
That was good.
They had,
actually, can we take a moment to just mention the ECPW? They're a wrestling organization run by a guy out of the area. He has a cohort down in New Jersey, and they sort of tag team, no pun intended, on media and stuff, and they have these big shows. It's a good time. We went last night. We had a little chat with Jason Gowan, the Ghost Hunter, the founding member of the Ghost Hunter TV show, and he's got a radio show as well, and I think he has another TV show now. Busy guy. He's from the area, and we actually are in talks to sit down with him this week and pick his brain a little bit. Look for that on the show maybe next week. But
yeah, it was the wrestling show was alright. That they have I love the heels.
Oh.
I love the local heels.
Oh.
And they draw a very bizarre crowd.
They
you
do.
know what I mean?
And everybody's real active.
Hell yeah, they're really into it. They come with signs on pizza boxes and fucking. Everyone's got a thing. The heels are the best though, because they don't give a fuck.
No,
they want to be hated. But as we were coming in, we told them we were with the media. A delicious girl who does the weather at WBNG, she didn't want to be there.
No, she was not feeling it. What was her name? She said she didn't even like
Michelle.
that.
I think it might have been Michelle. I'm not sure. She said she does the weather. I wasn't sure.
Sweet girl.
Very sweet.
Nice girl.
They made her go there and film. She filmed 3 angles.
Yeah, she did.
We spoke to her. Don't worry, we spoke. We shout out the 607 podcast. I hope it's not on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, me too. We got to get somebody at WBNG on the phone and figure out.
I used to know somebody who was over there, but I don't. I do know several newsmen. I know, of course, the Mick Dwyer.
Know Mick Dwyer?
I've met Mick Dwyer before. He does limos. Mick Dwyer's a lot of fun.
This is the guy in the local news there. Is he a weatherman?
He is a weatherman.
He's the weatherman.
They put him on maybe like Wednesdays.
Is he the guy who wears like the leather jacket?
Yeah. He's smooth as fuck.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I think the news people kind of look at him like a little bit senile.
Really?
Yeah. Did you ever see that movie, The Network?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how. I think that's how they kind of view him now.
Really?
They give him Wednesdays for the weather, and he does like little There's fucking compilation videos on YouTube of him.
Oh no.
He goes in drunk all the time. It's well known. This is what he does. This is how he do. All right. But I like him. He's cool as fuck. He drives a limo for weddings and parties and shit like that. He's cool as fuck. But she didn't want to be there.
No, she didn't.
Oh.
No. No.
She'd rather go do a story at fucking the prison, the fucking county jail.
She was
something.
She was playing it off pretty well. She was friendly to us. And she was smiling. But yeah, we asked her actually. We asked if she chose the assignment. She said no.
I don't know anything about wrestling. She had a
showed
voice.
up at 7.
Yeah. She had a voice like the decoy from To Catch a Predator.
She did. She had that.
She had the
mad,
voice.
like 9-year-old voice.
Some lemonade. I got a rod when she was talking. Yeah, she was fucking.
I thought I saw something going on.
I had a 3/4.
Got a little bit of a bone.
3/4, and then I was gonna jump in because Steve was doing an interview for the news.
Oh yeah.
Oh here,
Plugging the show.
Plugging the wrestling and the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And then she said, I was gonna jump in and say, hey, I'm here to see John Cena. Just fucking about Undertaker. He's 22-0. Fucking like shout out like fucking real wrestlers.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna do, but we're not gonna assault the media like that. Plus, she was cool. So we were gonna see if she wanted some drinks, but she got.
Oh, she scooted.
She got out of there.
She didn't give us a chance.
So then we go from the wrestling to the singles. Singles.
The
funeral.
Mixer.
It was just the yawn mixer. We went there.
Yeah.
And then we went to we met up with a bachelorette party.
Yeah, we went to Lost Dog for a minute. Nice spot. Grab a drink on Friday night always. And
see my boy Roger. Shout out to Roger though.
We saw Roger. Yep. We saw Roger at the bar. I don't never see him there.
I know. I very rarely do see him. I know he works a lot. He's a good boy.
Yeah, definitely.
We met up with a bachelorette party. Steve looked at him.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw a troop of them coming, just girls. They were like marching. They weren't even just walking. They were like straight up like in formation. And it was a little scary. It was a little intimidating, but at the same time, it piqued my interest. I was like, who's this? Who's this crowd? I look over and Nate and Austin were with us. We all look over and. Of course, it's my sister and a bunch of her friends who had told me, earlier that she was with a bachelorette party. So I had that weird, like, half-second thought of, maybe this is, maybe my sister's in this flock. Sure enough, there she was, and they marched us right over to the gay bar. We hopped in formation with them.
You're leaving out a very important part prior to the actual formation, the lockstep to the gay bar.
Oh.
A woman is on the corner who was with the party, but she's in her car. She rolls down the window for no reason. pulls out her fucking fat suckled titty. Just
wait, what?
that bitch on the corner in the white car.
See that.
Pulled out her titty.
Are you kidding? You told me that. I remember you told me. That's right.
I was screaming, "Let me suck your titty!"
Oh my God.
Look, come here, come here.
Screamed it the whole way.
Stopped. She stopped her car. She pulled out the titty because she was excited to see her friends. Because one of them's getting married. Oh, to some guy. He's apparently a nice guy. Whatever, man.
Yeah. Well.
Godspeed. Good luck to the people who get married. Whatever. But she pulled out a titty. I seen the titty. A whole bunch of. This is the wild one out of the crew. She's a wild. She's thick. She's very thick, but she pulled out I seen the titty. A bunch of other ones seen the titty. It was pretty fun though, man. We went to the gay bar.
That was good. The gay bar was fun.
The gay bar was fun. We're probably there about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think we hung out at the bar. I think I did a little Destiny's Child karaoke with my sister. It's kind of our thing. Kind of do that when we go out. We get a little wild. We sing a little Destiny's Child.
Yeah, man. I have sibling things I do with my siblings.
Yeah,
too.
it was just good. Her friends were pretty cool. We all we had like the 4 of us, and maybe I don't know how many of them there were. Just sort of.
I think it's probably about 9.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hanging out.
I was chatting up a couple of them, but they older. They were a little bit older. Your sister's the youngest of the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. These about 33, 34, 35. Interesting enough, none of them. The other ones were married.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was really fucked up.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
That's strange, but that's what happens whenever teach his own. And then we went to the Belmar, which in an attempt for me to meet so-called Ray Ray.
Yeah, we were trying to find you, Ray. We didn't see you last night, man. We really
Ray,
wanted to have a spot on the show.
Find you. Yeah, you're the third mic, Ray. If
you got a spot here. You always got a spot at the show, Ray. We, I've been in touch with your counselor, Michael from the state of New York, stationed in the city of Binghamton. He's a good guy. Trying to get you in here, Ray, or at least get a bit with you on the street, man. You guys, for those of you might know Ray, everybody who hangs out downtown Binghamton, Raymond Ray Clark. He's sort of a staple of the late night street scene in Binghamton, and he's a good guy. He's got a lot of interesting talents. He sings, he dances a little bit. Just a good guy. We're gonna get him on the show. You guys will see what I mean soon enough.
The interesting thing though with these street people is you don't know when they come and go. They're gone. Has anyone seen the fucking cowboy lately? The old man, the Binghamton cowboy, you seen him lately?
No. And you don't know where they go. I mean, what do? You call somebody? There's nobody
to call. The fucking state and describe him. Oh, he dresses up as a cowboy with cap guns.
We need to know where he is.
Yeah,
we need to make
we
sure
need
he's
those location. Nevada, I read an article yesterday. Nevada's in some trouble because they were taking mentally ill and shipping them out of Las Vegas to sort of clean up the city a little bit. It's a common thing. They do it in a lot of cities.
Oh, wow.
I'll tell you right now.
Where do they ship them to?
Outskirts, Searchlight, all over smaller towns. They just they just want to put them under the carpet.
Yeah.
It happens in New York City. There's mental hospitals, Bellevue, hospitals like that. It costs less when they run a cost-benefit analysis. It costs less for them to just ship them up here, one-way Greyhound. They give them a stipend for furniture.
Yep.
That's why you post downtown by the Visions. If you're there often enough in that plaza, you'll see people. People have come up to me and said, where do I get furniture? This, that, and the third. And they've explained it that they literally, I'm not bullshitting, literally, I got business owners that are going to come on this show and tell us they literally woke up in our town. You know what I'm saying? They woke up here.
Fell asleep in a cell.
Yeah. That's just how it goes,
in a bed somewhere, you wake up in a different town.
Ray, we started by talking about Ray. If you're hearing this through a filling or something in your mouth, this is getting fucking beamed down to you. I'm sorry, baby.
The mothership might be sending this to his brain. I think he goes on the mothership.
Whatever, man. If God is tapping Morse code on your windowsill and he's saying, come to the podcast, you got to come into the podcast. I've never met you.
Oh, yeah. We got to get
It is rare for me to never meet a Skell in Binghamton.
Yeah, I can't believe you don't know him. Honestly, when I met him, I thought, that you would for sure know this guy. I figured he was somebody you'd have just brushed shoulders with at some point. You always seem to know these interesting Binghamton people. Like the cowboy and just
Yeah.
all the staple street peeps around.
By the way, three people total last night called me Brendan.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Really?
And then he said, I've been to your place on Walnut.
Who did? Who
Your
did?
boy.
Which one?
He didn't have the beard. He was clean shaven, blue shirt. The Austin.
Well, I don't think either of them had a
He was either
beard.
Austin or Nate. Nah, one of them did. The one with the black coat. He had like several days.
Okay, maybe Austin did. I don't know. I don't
Say, I've
remember.
been to your house. I said, no, that's my brother. Because that happens sometimes. Shout out to my brother, Brendan. I love you. You come on the podcast. You already know that, baby.
Brendan, what up? No snaps.
You already know that, baby.
No snaps.
But
Yeah, no, that's funny. I missed that. I was bouncing around a little bit last night. It was a fun time. We definitely we had a good time. I mean, from start to finish, that was a solid night of adventure for sure.
by the way, I love your house, man. You got a nice setup.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
I just used your bathroom and I realized you have some old Playboys.
Yeah. What it is when I started going to Binghamton in the fall of 2000, they give you a post office box, and I don't know, for some reason I decided I was going to start getting like Playboy. I figured it was time. I was 18. I don't know if I was 18. I think I might have illegally ordered my first subscription to Playboy. But either way, yeah, I ordered it up. So I got some good period pieces in there in the bathroom.
Oh, period. I was just going to say, man, fucking, you have one with Jerry from Survivor.
Yes. That's on. You notice that's on top.
Dude, that pulled Jerry from Survivor out of the archives of my fucking brain,
You
dude. I
remember
hadn't
Jerry?
thought about Jerry, that cunt from Survivor. Jerry, someone Google.
Oh, she was a stain, wasn't she?
Google. Yeah. Google fucking Jerry from Survivor.
Playboy.
She was in Playboy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
What is
that.
she doing in life now? I'm looking this shit up, but I can't believe you got some Playboys out of the cut, man.
Yeah, they're classic pieces.
Jerry living her life,
Yeah, Jerry Survivor Playboy, a Google image search, you get the cover. I don't know if you can turn off like a safe search or something and dig a little deeper, but there she is. She was such a bitch.
Yeah, she was fucking hateable. She's probably into some nasty shit.
Oh yeah, look at this. Just from her smile, you can tell this bitch.
Oh,
is
she's a
fucking
devious
nuts.
fucking cunt.
She's
Yeah,
nuts.
she's hateable.
She's out of her mind.
For real. Jerry, her last name is Manthe.
Man, she scares the shit out.
Jerry's fucking brutal. Would you let Jerry sit on your face?
Nah, fuck no.
Nah?
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm not into that shit either.
Nah. Shit, me neither.
Shit. But overall, our first night together, it basically was our first night because we've only touched base.
Yeah.
Nights. Our first night together.
One day to talk about this show. This show just kind of it came together it pulled itself together out of thin air. We've been fucking around on Facebook for a long time, us two, not even knowing each other, just kind of breaking people's balls on Facebook. And we've talked about, I think years ago, we even talked about going to a Binghamton City Council meeting together to cause some shit when the Binghamton City Council was just this big fucking humorous circus.
Yeah,
public
still
access.
pretty much is.
Oh, I'd tune into public access when I had basic cable every week and just
It's astonishing.
laugh. It's so bad.
I don't know how many listeners know about. By the way, that girl Laura, she was pressing me hard what I thought about the mayor race last night.
Who was?
Remember that girl Laura? You were standing to my left, and she kept on saying to me, "What do you think of this mayor? What do you think of this candidate? What, I know you're on the issues."
Where at?
The Belmar.
Was it Ed's wife?
No. I don't know her last name.
Oh. Is it Lisa?
I don't know, dude. Might have been Lisa. I don't know, but she kept on pressing me about the mayor race.
Wow, she was into it. We should get her on the show.
Yeah. She's very vocal about. She likes the guy who owns the Belmar.
Oh, okay. She's for Ed Hickey. Okay.
I don't know if he's doing a goof run or if he's a legit candidate. I don't know.
If he's doing it as a goof, it's a solidly elaborate goof. Because he's had he's had dinners. He's been on the news. I've seen his efforts all over. I think he's dead serious. I think he's serious. I think he's going for it. I don't know. I don't know how that'll turn out. I don't know a lot about local elections.
Oh yeah, but what I do know is the city council, man. When you go to these meetings and you go to the county meetings, they're incoherent. They're literally brain dead.
Yeah.
I went to a meeting and this guy, he couldn't. I don't want to cut on people like that, but he couldn't form a sentence. He's a representative.
Yeah.
In order to lose to this guy, you'd have to every debate you just have to pull out your cock. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck do you lose to him? You know, like, you have to just say terrible and like plug terrible websites and like fucking like get caught with like horrendous fucking material, like whatever.
Horrendous.
Yeah,
what do you mean
man,
horrendous material?
Like kitty porn. How do you lose to this fucking guy? How do you lose to him? It's absurd. I can't remember his fucking name, but we're gonna go. Don't worry. We're gonna be at these meetings. We're your source. Besides that laughable newspaper, the Binghamton Sun, we're your source for the mayor race coming this summer.
Oh, yeah.
Every candidate is going to be on the 607 podcast. They're going to have to.
Every single, I mean, if they, guys, if you want to come talk about some real issues, all you mayoral candidates, everybody, every single one of you, each party, get on the 607 podcast. We'd love to have you. We've got a lot of local listeners who have some questions for you. We think it'd be a nice way to get in touch with some people and get some questions answered and get to the heart of some of these real issues we face here in these hard streets, city of Binghamton.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. We're gonna speak to.
We got somebody getting at us on the Facebook here, I think.
We're gonna speak to all the mayor candidates.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But all right, we debated about talking about this. We had kind of pushed it. We had kind of sort of said, you know what, we're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
We're switching gears now to something.
Yeah.
Something that Steve and I have talked about several times.
And I'm actually excited today because I was led into this. I have not been on this from the beginning, so.
Oh, I was on it from the rip.
I don't know anything about this. I've been brought vaguely up to speed, and I've been waiting to hear this story. So I'm going to be hearing this story for the first time, as you guys are, and this is a really interesting thing we got going on here.
All right. So we together, Steve and I, caught a real life, for real, in the wild, catfish event.
Native catfish. This is not a stocked fish.
No, this is
a native catfish.
Tremendously elaborate and sick and fucking terrible. Okay? It all starts. It starts probably about 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay.
This lovely, delicious girl requested me, and that doesn't happen often. You know what I mean? It's usually me who's got to request them.
Okay.
And I noticed, of course, accept. And I scrolled through. I noticed she's very good looking. She claims to live in Binghamton. She claims to go to Binghamton University. This, that, and the third. Right?
Okay.
So I started looking at the types of things she said. And they were just the banality of what she was saying. There were things like, out with my girls. I'm reading verbatim. Ugh. So tired.
See the profile here. He's got the profile up.
Time to start my paper. Frown. Merry
So you're saying
Christmas.
You saw through this?
Oh, of course, dude. I saw dicks open. Anyone. All right. So I started looking at. By the way, motherfuckers in the southern tier, they're mad thirsty for her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She meets the criteria.
Thirsty.
Yeah.
I mean, they're coming out, hey, beautiful, thanks for the ad. I don't normally get requests. I know this motherfucker, too. I don't normally get requests from women as pretty as yourself.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Hope you had a... Wait, I'm doing the before I read this, I'm doing the Hawaii pantomime. The fucking hang loose, or hang high, or whatever. Anyways, hope you had a Merry Christmas, rockin' New Year. You know what I mean? Just fucking... All right, then you got someone, a real bitch. She said, hey, do I know you? No comments.
No comments.
All right. She does comment on somebody's that says, what are you doing for New Year's? She says, house party, then DT.
House party, then DT.
Mate, ignoring the fact that
dicks open, anyone
are like perfect. You know what I mean? Like, they're like fucking perfect, like professionally done. Yeah. I don't mean like someone who takes pictures. once in a while. These are like magazine type of pictures, right, Steve?
They're nice, yeah. They're definitely, you can tell this isn't just, these are no phone selfies. This isn't somebody snapping a quick one off here at the hot tub.
She posed.
Looking at.
She
Yeah.
posed. These are what are they call? They're like props.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call them in the art world. Like these are something like shout out to my
She's
girl
on a
Katie.
set. Like she's on a set.
Yeah. She's on like
The girl
a
in these
thing.
photos is on
A
location.
set. That's what she is. She's on like a
location.
set.
Yeah.
On location.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Well, in Binghamton. She's
Right.
on location. Right.
She's on location.
All right. So I started looking at all these things, and the wheels in my mind started turning,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like, holy shit, this doesn't make any sense, right? New York City tomorrow. Wish me luck. All right. So all that shit.
Catching up on my beauty rest.
Beauty, right? She's a fucking robot. She's apparently a robot. She probably is. I don't know. All right. So the next thing I notice is that she claims to live in the area, and she doesn't have any pictures that are
In the area.
tagged in the
Right.
area or tagged
Or that
with
even
anyone.
appear to be. I mean, she's at the fucking beach. Look at the swimsuit. Look at the little butt lift in
Yep.
there. She's like on her tippy toes
Yeah,
there.
she's delicious.
beach.
In real life, she is.
She's not,
She's fucking
not in New
near
York.
perfect.
She's not.
She's
in
having a good
Binghamton.
time,
Yeah.
right? All right. She did do a little cute butt lift right there.
Yeah, you
though.
see? I noticed that. Yeah.
I'm not into ass though.
Not at all?
You know what? It
You
really
are.
doesn't do it for me, man. I know guys that love the anal and eating. I never ate
Ooh,
ass.
well, I mean,
told
I'm
Steve
not
last
saying,
night.
I'm not saying anal. I was saying I look at that butt.
It's regular. You know, it just doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't have to be like, for me, it's not like more of a shining point, but it's like if it's a bad point, then everything's fucked. It is definitely like it's a deal breaker if it's a bad butt. A great butt won't necessarily push it toward the front of the pack for me, but a bad butt will definitely.
Yeah, we'll lower your score.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, I told Steve the truth last night. I said I never ate ass before in my whole life, ever. It just doesn't do anything for me. I told him, I said, maybe if I got a girl pregnant, if she was gonna have my kid, then I know she was, she's down to ride. I say, all right, I'll eat your ass if that's what she wanted, but only if she was carrying or just had my kid
with a paternity test if she's carrying.
Yes, you know what I mean. Like that would be the only scenario that I could think of, because that would mean I loved her. All right, getting back to this.
Let's
This
get back
girl.
to this girl. Yeah, because I got to keep hearing the story. How did you come into this? Can we get some context here?
All right. She requested me. I start looking. I just start looking and looking. And by the way, this is the same time, there's a correlation here, that the whole catfish scenario is becoming famous throughout the world.
And I didn't know about this.
Steve didn't know.
Yeah, I'm out of the fucking loop with so many things.
There's an amazing movie that started it all called Catfish. It's good. It had some good drama. You know what I mean? It was presented in the way of a documentary, but that's in question because it was so perfect that people are saying it had to be scripted.
Okay.
The fucking long drawn out plot was this guy, Nave, he starts getting hit on by this gorgeous girl. She's gorgeous. She's less, type that up, the Catfish movie. She's less good looking than this one. And she keeps hitting on him and whatever. They build this relationship, and this is the society we're living in. You can fall in love without ever holding someone's hand.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just absurd. I speak to people online that I've never met.
Oh yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? I know they exist because they have pictures with people that I know in reality exist. All right. So the MTV picked up the show and they made it a series. And this shit is widespread, which brings up a question to me of, okay, what is the purpose to live vicariously through someone?
Well, it's I think it's somebody probably. I mean, well, there's these fake profiles. Some of them try to like sell you Jordans. You know, you see this hot girl add you, you're like, oh, no, yeah, okay, sure, add, and then all of a sudden she's spamming you with, Jordans, and it turns out she's a Chinese computer program and not a hot girl. But this one isn't like that. She's not selling anything. She's just.
She's not.
She's there and she's sneaky. She's got, she would be believable to someone who was a little bit less discerning, I think.
Oh, absolutely. She claims to have graduated from Binghamton High School, by the way.
Somebody probably getting their rocks off in some way. You know, like we had a little discussion about this. I think it could be just some fucking creepy pervy dude who likes, you know, the attention of young men in some way. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
A dude who maybe, you know, an old gay creepy dude who would get off on, you know, 20-something dudes getting all hyped up and being like, oh, yeah,
I think that's the end game here. I think that is the end thing here. But as I look at this girl's profile, and she's friends with a lot of people we know.
Yeah, how many mutuals did I have? I added this girl, by the way, about a week ago.
Yeah,
because I wanted to see all this shit.
I just found something very interesting on her. Very fucking interesting. You have 7, but I have like probably about 30.
Oh wow, okay.
Because we know there's a cross section there. All right. So, okay. I figured out that there's something wrong.
Yeah.
So there's a technique they use when on the show Catfish. Catfish is essentially someone, you motherfuckers probably know this, posing to be someone else to live vicariously through them for whatever reason. Okay? What I want to know is, prior to the internet, what did people do to express this urge? Okay. You know what I mean? I don't know. What could they have done? Is this a brand new phenomenon where people take on these things? What they do? That's why I know a psychoanalyst. I was gonna invite him into the show. I wanted to talk to him about that shit. Yeah. All right.
You should do that.
So I Google image search one of her pictures, and I come up on this model.
Oh, so you can do that? You can search with a picture?
You put in the picture, and you search it, and it'll tell you the origins of the picture when it was first uploaded. Oh. Yeah, for real.
I like this. I like this. Okay.
So the model doesn't share a name with her, right? Lives in Florida or some. I show Steve the model, the real legit model. So the model has no idea that this person is living their life. Now it gets so intricate. This model works for Teen Vogue. She works for.
She's a real model. She's working.
She's legit. This is what she does. She's a foot model for the dudes out there that like feet, whatever. You know, she does all this shit. This person is following the model's blog, then uploading them as if these events are happening in her life. So New Year's Eve, January 1st, during the day, she uploaded the model's New Year's Eve pictures. The model goes on vacation July 18th. This person who claims to live in Binghamton uploads the vacation that day. Oh, yeah. They're living the life verbatim.
Live. There's no delay.
That would be a very smart fucking computer virus, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's not a computer. That's a person with sexual needs and urges.
It would have to think on its own. But here's how deeper it gets. There's a guy who posted on her fucking Facebook, right?
Okay.
Like 6 friends. And then, by the way, this bitch has amassed 900 friends. Oh. 6 friends. He said, "Long time no see." The girl then writes, Steve Rivers, he writes,
I can't.
"Oh, yeah, that's what happens when you leave town suddenly because you owe so many people money."
She said that?
She said that.
She gave herself up for, well, what?
No.
Wow, wait.
She's making this up.
All right, we need this psychoanalyst.
In this fucking mind, in her mind, she's like, "Oh my God, yeah, my friend ran away. My friend had to run. He was on the run. I know motherfuckers on the run." Shout out to my boy Gene.
Gene.
Stay warm, baby. I love you.
Stay living, Gene.
But I know motherfuckers on the run. Come on. She's making this shit up.
She's not on the run.
Anyways, I got a hold of the fucking model. I let her know this was happening. I let her know. If you go on Steve's...
On my Facebook, yeah. There's a little write-up.
We're going to get the model on here. Yep. That's what we're working towards.
Yep.
I broke it to her today. I wrote her a letter.
Did you guys, should I read it?
You should read it, absolutely.
All right. Here it is. My letter to Tiny Sailor. My name is David from the 607 podcast. He comes right with it here. Someone has been using your pictures on a Facebook profile, catfishing you. The story is in-depth and complex. Every time you update your blog, they appear to update their profile. This person is living their life through you. You have a right to know this. She is going by the name, quote, Emily, unquote, and claims to live in upstate New York. I co-host a podcast. We're huge in Tennessee, and we investigated the whole thing. Shoot me an email back. You have the right to know this.
I had to let her know that we do reach Tennessee.
We do.
I want her to know because originally she's from Tennessee. People in her family can hear about this.
Right. You've presented an element of the story now of a somewhat imminent threat.
There you go.
This could get real deal for this.
This is fucked up. You got a right to know this. If someone
at the bottom, something devious is going on. No matter if it's sexual or commercial.
That's why we had to handle this in a certain way, because Steve and I don't want to blow it up with the full names and shit.
Right.
Because this is this person's life.
But she is my Facebook friend. So for you detectives out there,
for real, this is this person's life. Like they could be thinking about this shit.
Oh, yeah.
All
I mean, how fucked up would that be if you got that news? You know. Hey,
that's why I'm saying the model's got
somebody using your life. Like what? I mean, I'd be concerned somebody was gonna,
it's astonishing.
Represent me badly. I guess I don't mind having an army out there as long as they're all good people, but
I don't know why no one would want to do it to me. Live my life.
Why not?
Have VD, somebody. You know what I'm saying? Fucking come from the hip with it. Whatever. But I'm telling you, the model, I'm waiting for the model to get back to me. We're going to get her on the podcast. She's going to call in.
Yep,
and we're going to break the news to her. We're going to say, because the catfish thing is hot right now. MTV signed another season, whatever.
Yep.
The catfish thing is definitely hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the catfish thing is real. I can't wait to watch this unfold. Hopefully in a week we have something for you guys here, an update. I'm sure we will.
But we don't want to slaughter her because we don't want a death associated with the pot.
No.
It could be, what was the name of that real crazy dude from Silence of the Lambs?
Hannibal Lecter?
No, the guy who put the
Buffalo
lotion.
Bill.
It could be a Buffalo Bill person that'll kill themselves because we essentially are outing them. We're not outing them for what they are, but what they pretend to be. So there is some moral justification there. Steve and I think every time one of these young dudes hits on her, the guy behind the scenes is just rubbing his pud.
Oh,
yeah. Dude, he's going to town.
Yeah.
This was a little bit of a drawn out
one. Girl.
But
hey, girl.
In the coming weeks, we're going to speak to the model. You know what? Hopefully, we're going to speak to the guy behind the motherfucker.
I'd like to see you sometime, baby girl.
Thanks for the ad.
To you. Maybe sometime we can meet up. Go to Boca Joe's or something. Have a cocktail.
Dilly's.
Good.
Going to Dilly's.
Hey, Dills. I'll meet you there, girl. DT.
Yeah, DT's grimy, man. Fuck downtown.
I'm not going DT tonight, lol. I am tired, lol.
I must take nap. It's stressful being someone else.
Being robot is hard, haha.
But definitely check that out. Steve, you'll probably be able to figure it out for yourself. It's under Steve's friends with her.
We're blowing this wide open. Well, fuck it. I mean, at this point,
it's Steve's friends with her. You'll notice that she's very good looking and she's obviously posing.
Yeah, she's posing. Yes, and she's got like a very distinct cheekbones. It was pointed out to me. I had a friend over when I was first looking at this, and it was pointed out to me that she does have a very distinctive feature set. Not a very common looking face, But yeah.
She might like birds.
Wide open. She might. She's into love and friendship and honesty.
Yeah. And felt, whatever those things are. The fucking cutouts. She's into cutouts. This is a layup, boys. You need to tighten up. This is a fucking layup right here.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Tighten up.
I
got a Mick Dwyer YouTube thing. What's this? What is this going on?
Park. And who do you know up at Silver Lake where they had their annual turkey raffle, turkey party? Suzanne, you stopped up there. Who are some of those people?
All these kids.
That's nice.
And Stevie and Bill.
Who's this guy?
That's Stevie.
He's got a good
Stevie,
voice.
if you want to meet my sister, we're going to have...
He's got a little space age controller there in his hand.
All right.
It's fun. It's entitled "Funny Weatherman," and he's not doing anything funny. So I don't know if whoever uploaded this thinks it's just funny for the sake of himself.
Yeah, you know what? We'll get him in here. I got his number.
We gotta get him in here.
We'll get him in here. We better have a mound of something to greet him with, though. And then he'll just go, baby.
We got a green room set up. We got to get the green room set up for
Then
him.
he'll just go. Oh, did you hear about the, there was an interesting story that I wanted to bring to the podcast. The mummified hoarder that was found dead in her house.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Google that shit.
What?
Partially mummified hoarder found among animal feces.
Oh my God.
Wait till you people out there.
Partially. Everybody pull this up if you're...
Yeah,
you got
is.
smartphones these days. Partially mummified hoarder.
She's horrendous.
North Jersey hoarder found partially mummified.
And they should
CBS
just
local.
say
Oh, look at her
North
picture.
Jersey appendix. Just a fucking worthless North Jersey appendix found partially mummified next to golfers and fucking.
Oh, it took 2 months for the remains of a suspected hoarder. She's a suspected hoarder. They found her at the fucking bottom of a pit of garbage, dead, and she's a suspected hoarder. Under a pile of garbage in her northern New Jersey home. Police in New Milford described 68-year-old Alice Clee's apartment as a sad situation with cat urine, feces, garbage, and other items piled wall to wall. Neighbors hadn't seen her since early February. Authorities went to her home, never found her, leading to a missing persons report. Here she was dead at the bottom of a pile of garbage.
That happens quite often if you watch the show, by the way. Sorry to interrupt.
Gosh.
But they sometimes find squatters.
Partially mummified. Now what? How was she mummified? Was she preserved by maybe the garbage was like acidic or something? You would think
Maybe her cats were Egyptian or something.
that Egyptian cat urine. That'll embalm you. Yeah, she died of cardiac arrest. I wonder if she died and then, I don't know, how would she get at the bottom of it? Did she get stuck down there? How does garbage acquire, and continue to accrue on top of someone who's already dead?
We should try to call them. We should try to get a hold of a medical examiner. Really press her about this.
Yeah, in Milford, New Jersey, when it was a county examiner or somebody, maybe the coroner's report. I don't know if that's on the public record, but that'd be interesting.
It said something interesting in bold. It said, hoarders typically do not reach out for help until the conditions put their life at risk.
Ugh.
Which they have to get to a certain point that's just absurd because it's a cumulative process. They essentially, when they live amongst the feces and the shit, they do grow, you know what I'm saying? They have like a natural against that, where if a normal person who weren't used to that, they would die at level 1.
Right.
When these fucking people are living at, level Z. You know what I mean? It's fucking, they're in the shit. Hoarders is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I used to watch it. I used to download it in its first season or so. I think I might have watched a little bit of the second, but I haven't in a long time. I enjoy it. It's just such a gross epitome of, I don't know, just absolutely despicable behavior. Just, I'm kind of a clean freak, so, I mean, that is just pitted at the complete opposite end of the spectrum of tolerable for me. I'd lose my mind. I couldn't, I could never let it get anywhere near that point. I don't care if I was crippled, laid up, addicted to drugs, whatever the case. I would still be, I couldn't exist like that. I don't know.
Fucked. We kind of see it, not to fucking rationalize, but we kind of see it at the end part rather than steps.
True.
You know what I'm saying? They probably don't see themselves at the end part rather than.
Yeah.
You're
right.
But in the other hand, it's I have no fucking sympathy for a mummified hoarder. Like you need to tighten the fuck up for real.
Tighten up.
Yeah, we had to yell at some girl last night with a dumb fucking 9-inch, 6-7-inch heels. She bent her ankle with the hemi walking. She bent her ankle like the ankle bent. I'm bending my ankle right now. We don't have a visual thing that you can see me bending my ankle, but that's how she fucking. The ankle went to the outside, and she fell. She was like falling, and she fell, and we had to stop.
She's got to tighten up.
We had to stop and tell her, listen, you need to tighten up. She was very vulgar. She was cursing and spitting, and then I realized she was in my history class. Probably gonna see me on Monday. You're the one who told me to tighten up, or just shoot me looks. Yo, man, what do you think of Google? What do you think of Google Glass?
The Google glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I think it's a revolutionary thing. I mean, it's sort of a combination of like the Google Maps and GPS functionality we have in a lot of the devices we have these days, and a little bit more of a futuristic interface, you know. But is it really a game changer? Not really. Not in the same way that like a handheld GPS was, but you know, they're still pretty cool. I'd like to try them out. I've never seen them. I've just read about them. Been reading about them for like a year and a half, 2 years now. They call it augmented reality. They call it, I believe. It's not virtual reality. It's augmented reality.
Are you worried that during the day someone's gonna film you or anyone else?
Am I worried that people?
Yeah, because you could film at any minute. You just say to film.
Yeah. No.
Record.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it would depend. I don't know.
Yeah, there'll probably be some.
Sometimes I don't want people filming me, I guess, you know?
There'll probably be some collision with, you know, sort of
privacy,
yeah. Maybe civil liberties and
yeah,
and things like that. I got another interesting article about the woman accused of using ambulances for free rides. Put it to death.
Where is it? DC or New York?
South Carolina.
Oh wow!
She faked 100 illnesses just to get free rides to, quote, downtown Charleston. She's probably going to the equivalent of Dillinger's, Dillies.
Dills. What's good?
Dills. Or fucking JT's. And
hit the cell.
She needed a lift. Maybe buses didn't go to her area.
Okay.
Or whatever. And she faked 100 illnesses. 100 separate occasions, and then simply
pretty smart.
Allegedly fucking crept away from the ambulance.
As they get to the hospital, she bounces.
She'll have vague medical complaint. For instance, abdominal pain. She needed a drink. She has medical complaints that are legitimate. And so until she's been evaluated and determined not to be sick, we'll have to assume, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We transport her to one of the area hospitals, and then oftentimes before we can get the paperwork complete, she's signed out of the hospital and on doing other things.
That's great.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, that's good.
Each ambulance ride cost $425 plus mileage.
Oh, yeah. They gotta pay everybody. They gotta pay for the gas, insurance.
Yep. Fucking the things that monitor you. You ever been in an ambulance, Steve?
Yeah. One time I broke my arm playing roller hockey as a young buck. Broke my wrist or my arm. I can't remember which one. I get the little ambulance ride. It was pretty nice, you know. I was in a lot of pain, so I didn't really get to enjoy it, I guess. But, you know, it wasn't bad. Thankfully, just the one time. What about you? You riding?
Yeah. I was probably about 7-8 years ago. I'm allergic to bees.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I got stung. I got stung like probably about 13, 14 times. All over my ear, my neck, and the side of my like cheek.
What'd they have to do?
I started swelling up, and I wasn't aware that I was allergic. I was with my boy Jello. You met Jello last night. We drove him home.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Gel Breeze, aka Gel Brizzle.
Yeah.
Alzito, you know, whatever you want to call him. And my boy Josh. I was with both of them. Yo, man, I literally felt like this. I walked away from what happened, and like this wave fucking like hit me, and I fell, and I fucking hit my head on this curb.
Yikes.
This motherfucker Josh wrote my brother. I'm going. We're going real local with this shit. My boy Josh wrote my brother a note. This is like a little bit before we all had cell phones. We were quite young. He wrote my brother a note. He couldn't spell none. We tore him up. Your brother hospital. Fucking mega ridiculous. Yeah, I was alright. They gave me a shot. A couple of shots actually, and I was alright. Yeah, man. Bees are no joke,
for somebody who's allergic, right? I mean,
for real, man.
You know.
So we're gonna be uploading this both to YouTube and to iTunes. What's it gonna be on our iTunes?
It's 607 Podcast, 607 Podcast. You can get us there on Twitter, Facebook.com/607 Podcast, and 607podcast.com is going to be where we actually broadcast this from. So if you're hearing this, you're probably already at 607podcast.com. But as of today, we are putting it up for the first time. So I'm sure we'll be talking about it on Facebook, on our Facebook page. Everybody check us out on there. Be sure to give us a like. We'll be posting when shows are coming up. We'll post show archives. And, we're going to keep it happening for you. So tune in for all the great features we got coming. We got Ray in the house. We'll have him singing for you.
Got my boy Troy coming. My boy Dustin coming. Troy might be the greatest of all time, though. He might.
Yeah.
Dude, he's fucking fantastic. Just got out of prison. He's got a story, like, it's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait. It's unbelievable.
Can't wait.
But, yeah. By the way, we're looking over that, our catfishes. By the way, that's a continuing story. We're going to get to the bottom of that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get to the bottom of that. She claims she's been going to all these local events. Like, just the level of the minute detail. Looking forward to playing in the foam tonight. I'm ready to party.
Hit me up, dudes. Lol.
She claims she went to the MMA event downtown last night. I know people who fought in that. I highly doubt she's there because she doesn't exist. TGI.
Well, maybe she was there, quote unquote, whoever's really behind this. Maybe our man, our Mark, was there. Maybe he really.
You know what? I wonder how deep this thing gets. I wonder if she's exchanged numbers, and she's into the phone stage with guys. Like, I'm gonna be at the event tonight, and the actual guy behind the scenes is walking around looking at guys that are supposed to be. She says, "Oh, meet me by the popcorn," and he's looking at the guys. I wonder if it's that in depth. I cannot describe to you what this does to me on like a nuclear level. I look at this, and I don't know why. It's so hateable. I should just be like, I should honestly just be like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? To each his own.
Yeah.
But it's destructive.
It is.
It's hateable.
And I'm curious to the max about it. I gotta know.
But we want to not blow it up to the point where
of a suicide.
We don't need that for the podcast. It's bad. It's bad enough people have began. I've noticed when around town and shit, like, we already got some super fans, man, that are listening from the rip, and people began spray painting 607 Podcast. Right. It's not something we condone here.
Yeah, no.
We don't condone
any vandalism. No.
We don't. But people have already started. That's just a natural outgrowth of the show.
Yeah, it is.
It's just the type of
progression.
Type of people that we kind of bring around. So, keep that up, and we don't necessarily condone it, but whatever you need to do to get the word out there about the podcast. And, we got an email set up. Let us know. Everything you need to know is on the website, 607podcast.com. You have any relationship questions,
anything. Tweet us anything
get a hold of us. Anything you want to know that we can help you with.
I think we're gonna have call-in next week, right? We're gonna open the phone lines for a little call-in.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. How do you feel about a doctor coming in here and people saying, I got a little something, maybe I have a little bit of the drips, and he gives him an exam. You know what I mean? Or maybe I have,
over Skype, or I don't know.
We get a doctor in here. I can mention it to a doctor. I don't know that one. I don't know if I could pull and make him do. It's a little hack. You know what I'm saying?
We should do a remote.
We should do a remote at the doctor's office. I think that'd be better. I don't want to bring in people with the drippy drip and up here in my studio.
It's good for the show.
The studio.
It's good for the show. Get an exam and let the doctor can let him know straight up for ratings.
We'll do that.
Listen, you got the heme.
We could.
You have non-specific. Here's some penicillin. You'll be alright. Whatever. I mean, it's good for the show. I'm just throwing ideas. I throw ideas out to Steve all the time. I'm the vice president. He's the president. I say to him, listen, you like this one? I'm like Biden. I just come from the hip with all this shit. Doesn't matter. I bullshit. Oh, did you see the clip of Biden? This motherfucker.
Which one? No.
He's telling a crowd, buy a shotgun. A crowd of a crowd of mothers.
Yeah.
I think they might be abused women or battered women or something.
Yeah.
And he's telling this crowd, buy a shotgun. And then 2 days later, he tells the crowd that if there's someone outside of your door, with your shotgun, shoot through the door. This is a vice president. He's one fucking... Listen to this ass.
And what's your name?
Kate.
Kate. If you want to protect yourself, get a double barrel shotgun. Have the shells, a 12-gauge shotgun. And I promise you, as I told my wife, we live in an area that's wooded and somewhat secluded. I said, Jill, if there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony here, or walk out, put that double-barrel shotgun, and fire 2 blasts.
Engage the ammunition. And fire 2 blasts. Oh no, this is the night. This is where it gets weird and
that's
stupid.
the gun advice from the vice.
This is the vice president. Oh, and now it's okay. It's just a video of girls shooting guns and they're all falling down and stuff. It's a goof video.
I tell you, it's gonna be a weekly bit.
Isn't it funny how he told her to load it and everything?
I cannot stand him. He might be the worst person to watch. He is worse than Obama.
Get a nice big over-under double-barrel shotgun, okay, and a couple boxes of rounds, okay. Load it.
He's just
and fire a couple blasts.
He's incoherent. We'll be talking about Biden in the future, man.
Yeah, I like him.
We'll be talking about him. He definitely. Well, it's gonna be a running bit because he can't stop. He simply can't help himself. I was talking about
hashtag
my cat.
Biden.
I was talking
hashtag
about my cat
tighten
earlier. He need to tighten up. I was talking about my cat earlier about how my cat has no concept. He just goes.
Oh yeah.
He'll just fuck.
He thinks with his cat cock.
That's just the way he is. I'll tell you the final straw. He urinated in my friend's boots. He had been urinating all over the house.
Boots.
He's just ridiculous because other cats will come around outside the door.
Yeah.
And he'll be on the other side of the door and he'll stand up on his back like a human being, put his fucking hands in the air, do this mime dance, and then piss all over the door. I just had enough, man. But yesterday I caught him. 30 days after he has his surgery, he can still get an erection because he still has it's still in his body a little bit, the hormones.
I'm going on the podcast. It looks like we got like half a dozen fans here. I just made the page and we got some people here.
Excellent.
So everybody who's on there, you're going to be getting a link to this very show a little bit later today. Thanks for tuning in again.
Yeah, absolutely. We will catch up with you. Well, you know what? We might shift to twice a week, but right now we're going to do the once a week thing. We're going to have a lot of good interviews and shit like that. So,
and forgive us if the technicalities are a little bit skewed this week, if we have website issues or anything like that. We're just putting this thing up. We're launching it, in a preparatory phase. So we haven't had a lot of time to do logistics testing yet. So as a tech guy, forgive me if things are a little wonky for the first couple days or week here. But yeah. It's been nice talking to everybody.
New York City tomorrow. Wish me luck.
I hope nothing bad happens on the bus. Ha ha ha. Yeah, this girl's total fake. I can't wait to hear this fucking story.
I can't wait till we have more details to report to the people.
I know. It's such a tease. Such a tease of a story.
But, keep the things in mind. She does like birds. And she does like hearts.
She likes hearts. Felt cutouts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Be safe. 607podcast.com.
Check us out.